Hi, welcome to my third YouTube video. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and check out my two other YouTube videos. If you like what you see, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Now let's get started with the tutorial. Went into this eyebrow right here. Now let's go ahead and do this second one. I went ahead and brushed my eyebrow. Now we're just going to trace it. Just like that, the bottom. We're going to do the top now. Once we're done with the top, we're going to go ahead and go with the concealer and clean around the eyebrows. So we're just going like this. Once we're done, we're just going to color it in the eyebrow. Just like that. I'm just barely tapping it while I go. We're just going to go into a brush and just comb it together, combine it. So I'm just barely like that. So like that. I went into my concealer, neutral nude, and now I'm just going to go ahead and go into a flat brush and just clean it around and just get into a fluffy brush and blend. So I'm going ahead and just tracing it around just like that to get the shape. Now I'm going to do this top one. Once I'm done, I'm going to go into a fluffy brush and just blend it out real good. Now we're just going to start off with the eyeshadow after that. I'm going into a fluffy brush and just tapping it just so I can blend the concealer that I smoothed down. Now let's go ahead into a eyeshadow. I did go into the same concealer and put it on my eyelid. Now let's go into a fluffy brush and blend it out. I'm going into a fluffy brush, tapping it so I can blend out. Once I'm done tapping it, we are going to go ahead and set it with the Airspun, which is a setting powder. So I went into a powder puff, put the setting powder, and tap it on my hand just so it could smooth. Now I'm just going to go ahead and just tap it on my eyelid. Once we're done with that, we're just going to go into a eyeshadow. And I am thinking of a sunset look for tonight's look. We are going into James Charles palette into a purple eyeshadow. So I'm going into a purple and I'm just tapping it. Just like that, and I'm just gonna go all around my eye like this. The purple should look like this. Now let's go into a red eyeshadow. Okay, so now we're just gonna tap around the purple and tap it. Once you get to your destination, now you're just gonna blend it with the orange. Okay, so I went into an orange and I'm just tapping it around the red. I am going to darken the red once I'm done with the orange. I'm just going around. Once I'm done, we're going to go ahead and blend it out. We're just going to brush off the orange a little bit with the yellow. Now we're going to go into another brush and just blend it with it, just like that. We're barely touching the skin and the color, just like that. It should look like this. Now let's go ahead and do our cut crease. I am going into my concealer and a flat brush to start with my cut crease. Okay, so the cut crease is like this. Now let's go and take glitter eyeshadow. Okay, so I set my brush with the setting spray. Now I'm going into a glitter eyeshadow and just patting it on there. Just like that. I went into a purple and just tapping it towards the end of the glitter so I can blend with the purple, and then after that we're gonna go and put a eyeliner just like that. Okay, so I went into the eyeliner and did it like this. Now let's go into a black eyeshadow and blend it with it. Okay, so I went into a black eyeshadow and blended with it. Now let's go ahead and do some lashes. Okay, so our eyeshadow and our lashes should look like this. Now let's go ahead and do our moisturizer and prime. Okay, I just went ahead and moisturized my face and prime. Now let's go ahead and do our foundation. I will be mixing these two colors for my shade. I went into a flat brush and spread all the foundation all over my face. Now let's go into a fluffy brush and just blend. So I'm just tapping it while I'm just blending it. Now once I'm done, we're just gonna go ahead and do our concealer and then our contour. So I went ahead and put my concealer all over, so I'm going into a big fluffy brush and I'm just gonna tap it real good. Then once I'm done, we're gonna go ahead and set some parts of my face with the setting powder, then concealer. So we're just going like that, tapping it. Now let's go ahead and do the next thing. So I went into the contour and just tapping it while I go, and it's just blending it out. Now let's go into a blush. Okay, so I'm tapping the blush on top of the contour and I'm just tapping it like that. Now let's go ahead and line up our contour with the setting powder. Okay, so I'm letting my face set with the setting powder. Now let's go ahead and finish off with this eye. I did go into a purple and I'm just blending it out right here. And once I'm done, I'm just gonna go into a red and blend it with it. Just like that. Now let's go into the red. Okay, so I went into a red. Now let's go into an orange and just tap it to blend. Okay, so I went into the orange and that's how it's supposed to look. Now let's finish off with the black eyeliner and a highlight. Okay, so the eyes are finished. Now let's take off the setting powder on my face and highlight the rest of my face. Okay, so I finished off with some highlight. Now let's finish off with some lips. Okay, so this is the finished look. Now let's finish off with this setting spray. Okay, this is the finished look. I hope you like it. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel.